Now, bringing you the very best in New Hampshire-based local music on IPMNation.com and 100.1 The Planet, this is Local Outbreak.
So full of love and light, so full of righteous fights. So when I die, I'll have no regrets. Why? 'Cause I tried my best, don't cry. Just hang up my crest and live. I'm watching from the skies. Taking the industry over with decency, cleaning up scenes with a dream. Keep be ceaselessly streaming while shaking up themes of complacency. Changing the way that we see the whole coterie. From spirit to stardust, we carved out a conscience along with consciousness. Like they had a conference hand in hand with the plan that was handed up on us. But we took it for granted, now we're caught in this contest. Who says we can't live forever? And who says we can't live life better? Making a difference in this world is easy. Creating influence, the harm though is sleazy. No need to be greedy or sneaky or beastly. Just treat people equal and be with their needing. Believe in your reasons and scream them aloud. Don't deceive, show respect and beseech the avowed. Keep keeping it real and be feeling as proud as I'm feeling right now with my head in the clouds. Let's come together, make a place that is forever. Never separatize or leverage lives. We'll win the issue together. Whether we succeed or just plant the seeds, the ideas of life whenever better people grab the reins, and maybe it would be my pleasure. Let's just slow it down a bit. We'll take a break from all this. We'll have a moment with our kids or give someone a good night kiss. So let's not forget while on this path to hold our reasons for this task. The present is our gift to have with the work we put in, the good and the bad, the sad and the happy, the laughing and crying, the gasping and sighing, the trying to see and be seen and believe in something till the day we're dying. Breaking the boundaries set up by somebody. Sell up to sellouts, it's nobody's business. It's simple indifference, it's making no difference. In fact, it's like physics, gravity versus somebody's. We stack them up flattened out or stick them in vases. I'm good with those placements. I want an encase me that you can look into on down through the ages. Just freeze me in place on my throne, turning pages.
Oh, I love it. That is brand new from Six Minds Combined, and he is here with us in studio. We're going to talk with him in just a moment. Rick Everhart is here, and he is Six Minds Combined. Welcome, sir.
Hello, hello, hello.
It's good to have you back on the show. It's been a little while.
Yeah, it has been.
Been a little while. You've been busy. That track, of course, the Sixth Sonata, great. I love that.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I got a question about that right off the top. So, and I've noticed this with some of your other songs too. Like, is it difficult to, because your flow, your style is so, like, how do you have time to breathe while you're, especially like that song starts and that first verse comes in and it's like, oh my God, like, how does he even do that?
Yeah. So first I have to write the songs, obviously. Mm-hmm. And I try to write it as like a single verse the verse at a time or chorus at a time.
Yeah.
And I try to make that as complicated as I can lyrically, and then I'll practice it over and over and over again.
Yeah.
And find where to put the breaths.
Okay.
So I take a lot of really fast, sharp breaths.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you listen really closely, sometimes you can hear them.
Oh, no kidding. Yeah. Yeah. No, it's impressive. When you're writing these, because I mean, that song is just one example. I've noticed, I mean, that's your style on a lot of these, like I said. When you're writing them, do you ever think, this might be too much? I don't know. Or do you just write it and then it's like, okay, now I have to live up to the challenge that I've created for myself, and I wrote it. Now I got to do it.
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
I love to challenge myself. I love to to push myself past my boundaries.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's the reason that I've gotten this far
Mm-hmm.
in my musical career is because of that, pushing and pushing.
Yeah, yeah. Another thing too I've noticed about a lot of your songs is, there seems to be a theme.
Yeah.
There's a lot of empowerment, positivity.
Yep.
But without being preachy, which is cool because you can beat somebody over the head with it and actually push them away with that stuff too.
Yes,
But you present it in a way that is fun.
Yep.
For lack of a better word. I mean, it's just kind of fun the songs are fun. They're fun to listen to. But also, but they're not preachy. They're just more like kind of encouraging and unity too. That seems to be a theme too. There's a lot of, like in that track, in the lyrics, there's a lot of, we're in this together.
Yep. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, so there's just so much negativity and like segregation and division, and there's so much of that apparent in every industry.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to, I want to bring a different message. That's not, we don't have to versus each other. We can work together and work off of each other. And I mean, obviously, I feel really strongly about those ideals. So it comes through. I wouldn't say easily, but it flows into the musical creation.
Yeah.
Like I'll get a basic idea, and then like I try to give myself a subject, and then along with that subject, I like to keep that, the togetherness and the community and the positivity, and try to wrap it all up into one, nice little package.
Yeah. Yeah. So since the last time we talked, it sounds like, we talked a little bit off air. It sounds like you've been pretty busy.
Oh yeah. Super, super busy. I've done at least 2 shows a month since the last radio show.
Yeah.
And I still host an open mic once a month.
Excellent.
Through Positive Street Art.
Okay.
We talked about them before.
Yeah.
They're still going super strong too. Yeah.
Good.
We got big moves we're making this year.
Excellent. Well, that's a lot there. Can you tell us a little bit more about Positive Street Art? And I know we've talked about it before, but for newer listeners who might not know, because this is a great thing that a lot of people probably aren't aware of.
So it's a nonprofit based out of Nashua, New Hampshire. We've kind of spread our wings a bit, and we do a bunch of stuff in Manchester.
Yeah,
and
excellent,
and a few other places too. But it's our mission is to inspire passion for the urban arts in a productive way through community workshops, artistic services, and community events.
Mm-hmm.
And we had this the summer stroll that we in Nashua, New Hampshire, that we teamed up with over the summer.
Yeah,
and it was the second year we did it, and it was a big hit.
Nice.
I think eventually it might. But it'll keep expanding, kind of like the winter stroll in Nashua.
Okay.
It started out as whatever, and now it's grown to, 10,000 or more people show up.
Yeah.
Every year for it. So, we're hoping that the summer stroll, kind of builds momentum and we can grow every year. But it's a great organization to get into, not only for just, to get a mural painted on your wall or whatever, but we have tons of programs for different communities, for painting and for uplifting and, the whole community thing.
Yeah.
I also run I host open mics through Positive Street Art.
Okay.
And that's, that part of it is, it was, part of it was a way for me to expand my ability to get on the mic or get on a stage. I was at the beginning of the whole music thing that I've been doing.
Yeah.
And I kind of decided, if I don't just have random places, a lot of times I went to a few open mics over the years and stuff. And I like the feel of it and everything. And I was like, I could probably do something myself like this through Positive Street Art, because it's music is intertwined in everything, and
Right.
it's just as much part of the urban culture as anything else.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I felt I wanted a place where I could improve my craft,
Yeah.
and build up my stage presence.
Yeah.
And
smart way to go about it. Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then at the same time, it's giving a place for other people with the same mindset as me, where they're not ready for a big crowd or
Mm-hmm.
something like that, and they want to start honing their craft. So you get on the mic in front of a very, very limited crowd.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot of people show up to it. So a lot of times it's just a Six Minds combined jam session.
Okay.
But
Where does this happen? Where do you do it?
it's at Positive Street Art headquarters.
Oh, okay.
In Nashua, New Hampshire. It's at 48 Bridge Street, 3rd floor.
Okay. Very cool.
Yeah, if you look us up, positivestreetart.org, we're always posting different things that we're doing. We curate a bunch of like artists, and not just at our headquarters, but at different places. I know there's a couple of places in Manchester that we
Yeah.
get things set up.
Oh,
I don't know all the names of the programs.
Yeah,
or anything
yeah.
like that, 'cause there's so much.
Which is
going
great.
on, yeah.
That's good. There's a lot going on there. That's excellent. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
So was Positive Street Art before, like, in other words, were you doing that before Six Minds Combined came
relevant
into existence?
Yeah, no. So I've been making music, and I had the whole Six Minds Combined moniker for years and years and years.
Okay.
But I wasn't doing anything. I just made music for fun.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, for myself.
Yeah.
And friends or whatever. And I always had the hope that someday it would become something, but
Right.
it wasn't the drive.
Okay.
And then I had gotten into some trouble, and I had to do community service. And
Yeah.
my friend Jillian Anderson pointed me towards Positive Street Art, and at the time, my very good friend to this day, Tom Lopez, he was the vice president, and he kind of took me under his wing, and I screamed through all the community service hours,
Mm-hmm.
and they were like, "Hey, you've been doing this. You want to continue to do this?" And then shortly after that, I was like, "Of course I do." And then shortly after that, they're like, "Hey, well, you want to join our board?" And so I've been on their board of directors for a bunch of years now. But I think it's
fantastic.
coming on 10 years.
No
that I've been
kidding.
part of that organization. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And so, we've had dance programs, we've had all sorts of stuff. And I was, it just hit me at one point. I was like, you know what, why don't I, introduce the musical side of this to because there was dancing and
Mhm.
things like that. And I was like, but like at core, I'm a musician, and I felt like that needed to be a part of the whole Positive Street Art thing. So
Yeah.
so that I came up with the idea for the open mic, and the rest of the board loved it.
Yeah.
And they jumped on it, and we've been doing it ever since.
So when you started doing the open mics, was that what kind of did you already have the idea that if these open mics go well, and I feel confident in front of an audience,
Yeah.
maybe I'll kind of start to do more with Six Minds?
That's it. Yeah, it was basically hand in hand.
Yeah.
I had the idea for the open mic,
Yeah.
and then it was facilitating the equipment to do that.
Mhm.
Originally, they were thinking about buying the stuff, and I had a conversation with the person I was making music with at the time.
Mhm.
They wanted to go off and do a different project,
Okay.
and sat down with me and was like, "Hey, we've been making all this stuff together." He's like, "I don't expect anything out of it. I don't need to get paid. I don't need royalties or anything like that." He's like, "You take this and do whatever you want with it. Do something with it." And I was like, that's a great idea. I should do something with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I made that decision that I was going to start working on music. Then I met Eleanor.
Yep.
And it just cascaded from there. But it kind of happened at the same time.
Mhm.
I made that decision after deciding. So it was the open mic decision came first.
Yeah.
And then I decided to do the Six Minds thing.
Okay.
Well, to start pushing it.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, I'm going to need equipment for this to do my performances. So why don't I just get the equipment for the open mic, and then that'll start me on my path. You know,
Right.
I'll have no excuse not to move forward.
There you go. Exactly. Yeah. Which is a great way to motivate yourself, right? Put yourself in a position where you got to do it.
Yeah. I mean, I spent a few $1,000s on the performance equipment. So
yeah. Yeah. So once you spend that kind of money, you got to do it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like looking at a big hole in my wall. Like, well, did I just shoot a hole in my pocket, or
right.
am I going to do something with this? And it's been so worth it.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, I've performed at least 2 shows a month since I've started. So it's been over a year now.
Yeah.
And just pushing and pushing. I released the first album with the 7 songs last year, September-ish, I think it was. And then I have 3 songs released, singles since then.
Yeah.
One I just released last week or the week before. It was very, very recently. It just jumped on the platforms a couple of days ago.
Actually. Okay.
Yeah. So the 6th Sonata.
Yeah.
A little bit of a tongue twister.
Yeah, we were talking off air. I can't say I've never been able to say anything with an X TH at the end. Yeah, 6th.
Yeah.
I guess I can kind of do it, but I have to slow it down. Like I can't say it fast.
Right.
But I think a lot of people are like that. Like if I say it fast, I'm just going to say the 6th Sonata.
Yep.
So I'm literally just saying 6.
Yep.
If I slow it down, I can do it the 6th Sonata. But even that sounds very awkward. I sound like I'm lisping.
Yep.
Yeah, that sounds very awkward. But yeah, I've always had trouble with that. But no, that's great. I'm curious too. When you started performing live, because you write these songs. You know, as we talked about a few minutes ago, the lyrics are complex, and you know something I've always said too. Something that rappers never get enough credit for is the memory skills needed for that, because any rock song, you know, unless it's something extremely wordy, like, I don't know, 1 Week by Bare Naked Ladies, right? But almost any rock song, you know, it's pretty easy to learn the words, right? You know, but something like, especially like what you're doing, there's some pretty serious memory skills involved there, right? To remember all of that.
Oh yeah.
Like when you started performing live, was that a challenge at all?
It was, definitely. And it still is now. You know, I'm every show, if you pay close attention, I don't want to say every show, but very often you'll find that I'll pause for a couple seconds. Yeah. And that'll be me completely forgetting my lyrics. Yeah. It happens more often than anybody notices.
Right.
Because when you're right in during the performance and you just keep going, you know, nobody notices those little things unless they really, really know the songs. Like my close friends that come to every single show, they're like, they give me the look like, oh, you messed up.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny.
Yes, it's very, very difficult to remember the lyrics. I've always had memory issues ever since I was a little kid. It's really hard for me to memorize things. Oh. So when I was a kid, I found that the easiest way for me to remember something is have a jingle to it.
Okay.
You know, so no matter what it was, you know, like if I had to remember 2 + 2 is 4, you know, things like that. It made it so much easier for me to retain
interesting
the knowledge. Yeah, it's almost like a sound pattern.
Okay.
And I practice in order to remember them. I practice. I won't say every single day, but pretty close to every day. I listen to my music every day.
Yeah.
And I try to perform them, even whether I'm in my car or at work.
Yeah.
I try to perform them every time I listen to them.
Okay.
And so that helps. But I have to practice every single day, every couple of days.
Yeah.
If I have a show coming up, I'll practice 2 or 3 times a day.
Okay.
Just to create the habit. And you know what's funny is I actually find I'll be driving in my car, I'll be playing the performance track so it doesn't have all the words on it.
Yeah.
I'll be singing along with it, and then I'll start daydreaming and I'll start thinking about something else.
Yep.
And then I'll remember that I was singing and I sang every single word.
Yeah.
Because it's become a habit now.
Right.
You know, so muscle memory, vocal memory,
Mm-hmm.
and breathing memory. It's so embedded in
Yes.
my habits now
Yep.
that I can do it without even thinking about it sometimes. So,
Yeah.
So-
and your memory has probably improved over time
for
because
sure.
of what you're doing. I just saw too a study, little bit of a side street, but it does relate to what we're talking about somewhat, is about how if creating music, even if you're just practicing scales on a guitar or whatever you're doing, as you get older, it actually helps to stave off things like dementia and
yep.
such. Yeah.
Yeah, yep. But there's been studies that prove that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, it's amazing. Another thing I do to help myself with my alertness and quick thinking, and it really helps for me waking up fully in the morning too. I have the alarms on my phone. I have to solve a math problem to turn off the alarm.
Interesting.
Yeah. So the first couple of weeks I did it, I would wake up super groggy, and I would get heated because I couldn't think straight enough to do 4 plus 16. You know what I mean? It wasn't computing.
Yeah.
But after those first couple of weeks, it started getting easier and easier and easier. And now, years into it, my alarm goes off. I'm instantly wide awake.
Oh, wow.
And I can solve complicated math problems.
That's cool.
I can make the decision to get up and do my thing, or go back to sleep and get a little bit more sleep.
Yep.
Yeah, but there's no like groggy wake up period now. So I'm either asleep or I'm awake.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
It is. And I recommend it to people all the time.
Yeah.
Like if you can deal with it for that first part of it, because like I said, like I was waking up and I was getting so mad. Like, why doesn't it work?
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, that and the trying to remember the songs, practicing them all the time. It's also that has given me motivation to do other things. Like I'm really bad at remembering people's names.
Okay.
So I do another vocal practice when I meet somebody and they say their name.
Yeah.
I repeat it right away.
Okay.
And then I try to repeat it one more time so that I'm hearing it once and then
That's
saying
smart.
it twice.
Yeah.
And it's been helping.
Yeah.
But mostly with people that I already know. Like Matt is an easy one to remember because I know 30,000 Matt.
Right. Yeah.
You
Very
know.
common name. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's it is memory. It is a memory task, and I gotta constantly be on top of it, or I'll fall behind. I notice, like, if I go 3 or 4 days without practicing my songs,
Yeah.
and I go to practice, I'm stumbling over the first couple of words, or
No kidding.
or I'm getting to the complicated part of the song,
Yeah.
and then like getting all tongue twisted. Yeah, so it's really, and not only remembering the words, but being able to say them in a speedy fashion. You know, because I'm and like the breathing and everything. I have to remember where all my breaths are.
Yep.
I have to take them at exactly the same time, exactly the same speed.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so you commit that to memory as well. Exactly
Yeah.
where you're taking. Oh,
Yeah,
interesting.
exactly.
Okay.
And I do a lot of cadence change
Yeah.
with my lyrics as well.
Yep.
So I have to memorize all that as well.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. How long does it take you to, like, after you've written it and then you have to learn it, like you have to be able to perform it? Like, how long does that take? I mean, that must take some time, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So I have a song completely written, and I've practiced it, 100, 200 times before I even perform it in front of somebody at an open mic.
Okay.
Yeah. So one thing I like to do as well is I'll make the song, I'll record it, and then I'll listen to it.
Yeah.
And I'll read the lyrics. And that seems to help train me to remember them.
Okay.
But then once I get to the point where it's memorized, if I pull out those lyrics, it messes me up. I start
kidding.
stumbling over it. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So there's like a period of time where I have to stop with the notes. So
Yeah.
So I'll practice for a couple of weeks. I'll write the song, practice for a couple of weeks. I'll record it, and then like I said, I'll sing along with it.
Yeah.
And then I just have to put the notebook aside and try to remember the lyrics as I'm going. And then, like, if I get stuck at a point, pull it out real quick, look at it. And then I tend to my mind tends to create like patterns. So if you asked me to sing any part of my song right now, like even the start of a verse, if I didn't start at the beginning,
okay,
I'll have a hard time remembering. I have to start from the beginning of the song and then sing through it, like ABCs. You know,
if you don't start from the beginning, it's hard to just pick up in the middle of the alphabet and get it right. Yes,
exactly. Yep. So it's like that with my lyrics. You know, if you say, what did you say? You're on your third verse in halfway through. You talked about this. I have to think about it, and I have to go. What did I talk about there?
Yeah,
and then reread it, and then remember what the metaphor meant to me at the time, or what I was trying to portray with the selection of words that I used.
Yeah.
So it is.
Oh, that makes sense. If you're just joining us, we're talking with Six Minds Combined. Your real name, of course, is Rick Everhart.
Yes,
but
it is.
Where does the name Six Minds Combined come from?
So that was a story, you know. So way back in the day when I first started making music, I started when I was 18. I listened to Eminem's second album and lost my mind. I was like, this 30-year-old white dude from Detroit can do this. I was like, I'll give it a try. So I tried it, and you know, and now we're here today. But repeat the question real quick.
Well, the name. Where does the name come from?
Okay. Yeah. So I started out. I was like, well, what kind of name can I use? And I was super into ICP at the time.
Okay.
And the whole Psychopathic Records thing. So and I really liked the. I'm gonna give you one of the names. It was so the first name I picked was Psycho Dragon.
Okay.
I really liked the aspect of the dragon, the powerful, like the mythological power behind it.
Yeah.
And I'm a little psycho, you know, and I was listening to that, you know, like crazy, killing spree, all sorts of awesome, great music, but it's all for fun.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah, of course.
And so that was a way for me to, get all my aggressions out without doing things actually aggressive. I can put my thoughts and my feelings and way over exaggerate them and then put them into a song and have fun with it.
Yeah.
So I realized in while I was making that music that's not all I wanted to do.
Yeah.
I wanted to make other kinds of music. And I was like, the name Psycho Dragon doesn't really work with all the stuff that I'm doing.
Right.
So so I've had a couple of nicknames given to me from people over the years. So I pulled one of those nicknames in, and I was like, oh, this can be like the younger, happier, funnier version of me.
Okay.
And then it just went from there, you know, and eventually it became 6 different characters that I've created based on certain aspects of my personality and what I want to put out there. And the really fun thing with this is I'm pushing this style and the type of music that I'm making now. It's not all I make. I'm all over the board.
Yeah.
And eventually, you know, those other characters are going to start popping up.
Okay.
And the fans will get to see other sides of the whole Six Minds Combined.
Okay.
Universe.
Nice.
Really, we'll put it there. So
yeah.
So I don't want to say like I'm biting off of ICP and their 6 Jokers cards or anything like that, but that sparked the idea. It's not Six Minds Combined because of the 6 Jokers cards or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's not related. I just happened to come up with the 6 different names.
Yep.
And I actually went with schizo for a little while.
Okay.
You know, like schizophrenic, schizo.
Yeah.
I was like, that's easier than trying to tell everybody all my names.
Yeah.
And because my friend that I was working at the time, Lunchbox, he's like, I'm sick of trying to remember all these names, dude. I'm just going to call you Schizo. But at the time, there was somebody else that was going by that same name.
That's it. That's the exact thought I had when he said that. It's like, somebody else is already probably using it anyway.
Because
it's too obvious.
Exactly. So I wrote a song, and I was singing through the lyrics, And in the lyrics, it said, with these 6 minds combined. And it clicked right there. So I wrote the name before I ever even decided that was going to be my new name.
Interesting. Yeah.
And then it all just fell together.
Yeah.
You know, like the whole 6MC thing. Yeah. 6 minds combined, but then I'm an MC.
Yep.
And
yeah.
So it's all, you know, I love multiple meanings.
Yes.
Multiple layer meanings of things. And I do that a lot with my lyrics too.
Yeah.
They call them like double entendres or whatever, where you take in the same word and you're using 2 different meanings, but you're putting it together and it sounds good together and it sounds smooth. Yeah.
The great thing about a name like 6 Minds Combined as opposed to something like Schizo is, you know, the chances are probably infinitesimally small that you're going to come across somebody else who says, hey, I've already got that name 6 Minds Combined.
Yep,
you know?
Exactly. Nobody has that name.
Yeah.
And I get complimented on it all the time. They're like, wow, that's a really interesting name. How'd you come up with it?
Yeah.
You know, and it's so great to say that, like, it just came up with itself.
Yeah.
You know, like, I didn't choose that name. It chose me.
Right.
You know, so it's really like one of those serendipitous things that, you know, it was if you believe in fate or whatever, it was meant to be.
Yeah.
You know, everything just kind of happened the way it did, you know. And same thing with the music, doing something with it. Mm-hmm. You know, I met Eleanor at the perfect time.
Yes.
When I was ready to do this, and she was like, I need to do this with you.
Yeah.
You know, and we've got a great partnership.
Yep.
She often asks me, are you getting your money's worth? Because I pay a subscription to New Hampshire Underground for the services. And I definitely, at this moment, I pay in more than I get financially out of it. Yeah. Like, I don't book enough shows to get paid enough to cover that, but that's the immediate goal.
You're building,
know? Right? Exactly.
You're building a career,
and you know, once I get past that thing where I'm getting paid for every show, as opposed to doing free shows, often, because I tend to do a lot of free shows.
Yeah.
Then that'll pay for itself.
Oh yeah.
You know, I spend $160 a month for the VIP membership.
Okay.
And I get weekly meetings. We meet for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours sometimes.
Yeah.
We go over our plans, our goals. We decide, you know, what's the next step we want to take. Mm-hmm. And then while we're doing all that stuff, she's reaching out and she's booking me shows.
Yep.
And like I said, I've done 2 shows a month, if not more, since I started working with her. Yeah. And I've gotten so much exposure. I've met so many other artists. Good. And it's like a steady wave, dude.
Yeah.
It keeps growing and growing.
That's excellent. Yeah.
So I'm leaps and bounds farther than I expected to be a year into this career. Good. And if it keeps going the way it's going, you're gonna be fighting with like Fox News on who's going to interview 6 Minds Combined. Right. Yeah, exactly. But it's, like I said, it's all about the community. It's all about, you know, bringing the people that we have in our circle up with us. You know, if I make it, I'm not the only one making it. Yeah. It's everybody who's had a part in my life. You know, it's. And you notice I do that all the time. I'm always plugging my friends. Totally. You know, so it's an experience. Yeah. And we're going places.
Excellent. Sure. Absolutely. Well, let's play another track. We're going to play, let's see, Intense. Yeah, this is good. I got something to say about this. Yeah. My sister, who lives in Wisconsin, she wanted to do a song with me. Yeah. She's my younger sister. I was 12 years old when she was born, and I was really into music throughout most of my adolescence and everything. So she kind of picked that up from me, and she really, really got into like chorus and singing and everything like that. And I think she's in a professional chorus right now too. Oh, okay. And I forget how it's like 24, 25, something like that. Okay. But she, actually, she might be older than that now. I don't know. Anyways, she is featured on this
next song.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
All right, check this out. This is Six Minds Combined, and the track is Intense.
Always looking behind you, won't get you very far. You need to turn around, watch where you're going, disappearing into who they were before.
I'm well aware I'm barely there, I'm scared, but I can't be the bearer. Fairly wary about what I'm sharing, staring back into the past, into the facts that I've been trashing, changing life. The truth is this, I'm pissed, but you won't see me flip, won't see the danger, changes subtle. Twitch and glitch appears and sears us up before the lich is here. I need to be the fearless, be the leader, lifting spirit, steering us into the future. Sutures fading into memory. My enemies are me believing I'm deceiving. Dreams are within reach, but reaching out will mean I'll never be the reason. But the seam that's bringing these unseemly demons to the fray. And changing faith is faith, the state is state, the stakes have risen. No decision made, but it's a given.
Taking chances, answering my questions. New test claiming the same thing, perfection. Making waves in Great Lakes and breaking chains off fingers and racing. Sailing new seas to please the senses. Soon we too may be doomed to trenches. So we do what we do to end this endless violence. It's senseless. Why can't we just be the ones to change it?
Intensify the ends, defy the lens, to find defense against the sensitive. That sentence kiss the sentences insensitive to what they need. Their suffering, let's suffocate those festering and doubting, rounding up the rabble, grappling with how to get a grip in this existence. In this instant, it's assistance by our sisters and our brothers, holding us up by the cords, connecting us, selecting us to maybe start erecting a collective of eclectic clubs invested in the next above. We're gonna make the world a better place. We're not a waste of time.
We're gonna make the world a better place. We're not a waste of time. Taking chances, answering my questions. New test claiming the same thing, perfection. Making waves in Great Lakes and breaking chains off fingers and racing. Sailing new seas to please the senses. Soon we too may be doomed to trenches. So we do what we do to end this endless violence. It's senseless. Why can't we just be the ones to change it?
I love it. That is Intense. Six Minds Combined with his sister.
With my sister.
Very
Yeah.
cool. That is so cool. Yeah, I love that track. Hey, by the way, too, something I wanted to ask you. I'd almost forgotten about this, but I was thinking about it the other night when I was listening to these. Are you a fan of Nate Dogg?
Yes. Yep.
Because sometimes when you're singing, when you're not rapping, but you're doing more singing, you remind me of him.
Oh, yeah?
His because he had a unique way of singing.
Mm-hmm.
So for people who don't remember Nate Dogg, because I think he's passed away, I think a while ago.
Maybe, I don't know.
But they're like in the 90s and early 2000s, he would sing the hook on a lot of hip hop songs, a lot of big hip hop songs. So even if you don't know who Nate Dogg is, if you're a fan of hip hop at all, trust me, you've heard him. He's on a lot of those tracks. And but your cadence when you sing reminds me of him.
That's cool. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Your voice isn't as deep as his because nobody's voice was as deep as his. But yeah, I was thinking about that the other night.
That's cool. That's cool.
Absolutely. So, the time does go quickly, and we do have one more track to play in a couple of minutes. But I want to make sure too that everybody knows. Well, first of all, when's your next show?
So my next show is going to be in downtown Nashua during the winter stroll.
Okay.
I am taking over Fodi's restaurant.
Okay.
And I think the time slot is 5:45 to 9.
Okay.
I was going to be performing with a couple other acts, but they backed out for some reason, or they couldn't make it, or whatever. So I was asked by the the director of the Winter Stroll, if I could fill the time, and I was like, yeah, I'll figure it out. So I'm gonna get a couple other artists, and we're gonna be there at the Winter Stroll.
Excellent.
At Fodi's from 5:45 till 9.
Okay. And when is that again?
That is November 29th.
November 29th. Okay.
Yep.
Excellent.
Yep.
And you should remind people too about the open mic, because that happens every week, right?
No, it's once a month.
Well, once a month. I'm sorry.
Once a month at Positive Street Art.
Okay.
I usually try to post something about it. yeah, usually the middle of the month on a Friday.
Yeah.
From 6 to 9 p.m. I'm really looking for audience so if you do perform things, yes, I would love to have you, but I also want your friends.
Yes.
And your family and everything, and bring everybody. It's really laid back experience. There's no pressure. I make mistakes all the time, and that's the best place to do it because you're there with your friends.
Exactly.
And everybody's going to make mistakes, and that's how we learn. That's how we grow.
Exactly.
And so I would really love for anybody, any age. It's an all ages thing. So, and we try to be age appropriate with our content as well. So
yeah.
So if you are a gangster rapper and you're talking about killing people and all that kind of stuff, let's leave those songs at home, and we'll bring the family friendly songs.
Yeah.
But yeah. So Positive Street Art, 48 Bridge Street, 3rd floor. Once a month we do the open mic there. It's
Excellent.
called Vicus Vox.
Okay. Very good. Very good. And where should people go to find out more about you, about Six Minds Combined? Where's the best place to go?
You can hit up Facebook. You can hit up Instagram. I have an Instagram. My music is on all the platforms. I go through the distributor CD Baby.
Okay.
And so there's over 200 platforms that they upload it to. You can use my music on Reels, on TikToks, on
Nice.
Facebook Reels. So
Excellent.
what else? Yeah, I have a Six Minds Combined Facebook, but I also have a Rick Everhard Facebook.
Okay.
And you can follow both of them. You can follow them. Reach out to me. Talk to me. I love collaborating with people. If somebody would like to do some work with me or book me, they can contact Eleanor Luna at New Hampshire Underground.
Yeah. NewHampshireUnderground.org is the website. Yeah.
Yep.
And also too, if you're a musician, obviously a lot of musicians, a lot of people in the industry listen to the show. Yeah, check out New Hampshire Underground.
Yep. Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Absolutely.
They're pushing great bands all the time. They have a venue called Terminus.
Oh yeah, I love Terminus. Yeah,
it's so great, and they're expanding their space. This coming year.
Yeah.
So definitely check out New Hampshire Underground. Check out Terminus.
Yeah.
And you can find me everywhere. So
yeah, absolutely. Your name is very Googleable. Six Minds Combined, which
Yep.
is like we talked about earlier. It's important to have a name like that.
Yep.
Very good, very good. Well, thank you so much. In a moment, so we're going to play this track, Flow, with Who I Am.
Who I Am.
Our friend Lacey. Yeah.
Yes.
What can you tell us about this collaboration?
So I actually, I made the song, I wrote the song, and there was some open spots in it. And I was thinking, I was like, who would sound the best in these places? And it just hit me. I was like, I was at a show or something, listening to Lacey perform.
Yeah.
And I was like, just the sound and the groove, it would just sound so good in the song Flow.
Yeah.
So I hit her up, and she jumped on it. She's like, yeah, I'll have some keys for you.
Yeah.
And I'll have some lyrics. Within days, she came back with that. And then we hooked up. She came over. I recorded her stuff on my home studio. Mm-hmm. And then brought it to Mr. Goodbars at Toy Box Studios, and he worked his magic, and
excellent.
And we created Flow.
Yeah.
Who I Am.
Love it. We're going to end this hour with this. Again, this is Flow. This is Six Minds Combined featuring Who I Am. Love this a lot. And Rick, thank you again so much.
Thanks so much for having me, Matt.
Absolutely.
Breaking down my mood, no faith to crowd my soul. Chased around by fools, in place I found my own. I'm getting stoned so I can breathe, so I can see around the smoke. I focus on the beats and let the world flow. Sometimes I feel like I'm waiting for life, kneeling, faking patience, while inside my mind is breaking. My lights weaning, fading greatness. Mistakes were made, chances wasted. staged, chances claim it. Though the game was staged, I had to play it. Hope's worth the pain if I had to weigh it. Yeah, we flow through life, through strife, through pain. We go through thinking we can fight the rain. In spite, the rain washes all away. The water streams down the street and into the drain. But where does it go from there, and where do we go from here? And who is it that will care if we become something unclear? Who is really on the side when the time comes, when the rhyme comes to the end? Who will send it with us? Energy's flowing, they're showing us their path. Emptiness glowing with no lights to fight back the darkness engulfing us whole. As the bricks stack these walls that we built with no sills for the knickknacks. Sit back, listen to this sick track rhythm that'll kidnap the sickness out you give back. Don't let them doubt you've been bad. Hit them with that witchcraft, that power flowing intact. Little bit of kickback, get that. Look inside and try to see the light within is like a seed. It brightens up when fed the right stuff, tough enough to take the lead. I agree if you believe that we can be the greatest team. The way this seems, hold tight, our dreams, our feats compete with Master Chief. That reefer, the reaper creeping, sneaks inside your mind, depleting your self-worth, increasing fortunes for the peerless. Be fearless, steer us towards a more inclusive future. Suit you up like Melvin, hotter than the devil, no Hell's Kitchen. Dismissing paths of active violence. The active silence won't stall the tyrants, won't halt the virus behind the eyelids. Try this, put aside the difference. Assistance between the sides, for instance. Your instincts aren't always instinct, it's distinct. Thinking I can aid this link, don't sink to depths that test the brink. Don't drink their Kool-Aid, what would the dentist think? What would the dentist think? Don't drink their Kool-Aid, what would the dentist think? What would the dentist think?
Who you are is who you should be. Let's take a ride with 6MC. Who I am will set you free.
Coming up with nothing, I aim to become something. Telling myself I'm not enough, just take what's easy coming. But nothing was easy coming, I had to work to just be someone. Getting by dealing pies and dreaming out the dungeon. Bleeding out my thumbs when I should be bumping elbows. Draining out my funds when I've nothing but a swelled nose. From walking into walls, they're stalling so my debt grows. My bankroll's non-existent, I almost just let go. My chest froze, I couldn't breathe. I needed to run, I needed to flee. I needed to see my family, I needed to beat this imminently. Immediately I ceased to be, and we became what you all see. 6 minds alike, but not just right, combined eternally. We won the fight by changing the rules. The duels become